On July 12th, the Amity Foundation Hong Kong and NLSI LKPFC College jointly organized the third Amity Living Water Townhall. About 140 secondary 3 students and 6 guests from the UK, Indonesia, and the Philippines had an online dialogue to share young people's understanding of water and sanitation and discuss how to take action on saving water and helping others.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Amity Living Water Townhall at LKPFC.
The first group of guests, Ms. Debbie McGowan and Mr. Mark Powell, comes from the UK. They both had the experience of teaching English as a volunteer in Myanmar and raising funds for Amity's Living Water projects. Debbie, together with Mark and his wife, also visited some of the villages in Mongol diocese of Myanmar that had implemented Amity's water and sanitation projects. In the sharing session, Debbie spoke about how she took her walkathon challenge this spring, with support from her friends, in order to raise funds to help provide water and sanitation for the needy people.
When myself and Mark Powell visited Myanmar, we were able to visit some of the villages to see the water projects, the wells, and the sanitation projects that Amity Foundation have been able to deliver through the fundraising of many, many people. So I set myself the challenge in March this year to see if I could walk 250,000 steps. That's about 160 kilometers. And I was really thrilled by the end of the challenge. I'd actually walked 307,000 steps and raised about 18,000 Hong Kong dollars towards the Amity Foundation challenge. And what I'm hoping to do today is to share the word and encourage others to help. Every little bit of effort can help, and every person can help.
The second group of guests, Ms. Brigita Sekar and Ms. Deborah Otami, comes from Indonesia. They both work in the emergency unit for YAKOM, which stands for Christian Foundation for Public Health. It was established in 2001 to deliver humanitarian services and facilitate community development. Ms. Sekar worked as the Information Communication Officer, and Ms. Otami is one of the project managers. In the sharing session, Ms. Sekar told stories of YAKOM on how women in Indonesia have played important roles in providing poor communities with water and sanitation for dignified lives and sustainable development.
And women, in this case, is the most affected group because they have to walk very far away and work extremely hard to collect water to fulfill the household needs, and they are suffer because they have limited water to maintain their hygiene. So, women group in this village started to make a change. They initiate action and work closely with the communities and then with the local authority to build infrastructure such as building a public bathroom, installing water pipes, water filtration, and they also manage the water well. Right now, they already have the accessible water source. The women group journey successfully improved their and their family life quality, as well as reducing the risk of disasters that they might face.
The third group of guests, Mr. Almandel Rosario and Ms. Patricia Mongol, comes from the Philippines. They both work in NCCP, which stands for the National Council of Churches in the Philippines. Mr. Del Rosario works as an emergency response officer, and Ms. Mongol is a program assistant on disaster risk reduction. In the sharing session, Mr. Del Rosario told stories and shared his views on how the life-saving water and sanitation could be provided to people affected by extreme weather events and natural hazards because of the climate crisis.
This is a small island of fishers and farmers. Almost 90% of buildings and houses were destroyed, of course, as well as their water system. We investigated the status of their water sources because we needed to understand the environmental situation in order to implement the right type of water system project. And then we found out that the best kind to implement in Catanduanes is deep well water system.